Bear Meat, which is Graybeard Crowfather here again. Um, Again, wanted to apologize about the lack of videos over the past couple weeks. As I stated before, I was battling the pneumonia that had got hold of me, and actually, it was the second time. I actually had it a month ago and was treated for it, but then it came back. So I don't believe that it actually ever truly went away. So they put me on some stronger antibiotics, and feels and seems as if it's cleared up. So I'm feeling a lot better. So the video series will get back to its normal schedule, and keep rolling along. Um, I did want to make an announcement for in regards to the user John Boyce of Reddit. You are the one who won the cauldron and all the little knickknacks with it. I do apologize. I have not been able to get that out in the mail simply because of what happened with the pneumonia. And then this past Wednesday, I got my second COVID shot and felt fine for the whole day until about 9 o'clock at night. And then I got really bad chills and then um, really bad body aches. So I ended up not going to work that Thursday. But fear not, I will have that out for you this week. I promise. I just didn't want you to think I was, forgetting a bunch. I didn't. I just haven't been feeling the best. So you will receive it. So take my word for it. So one of the lessons, well, actually, the lesson that I was going to go over tonight, I had planned on doing. I had to actually scrap for the simple reason being that the subject of the lesson, I can't find any of the necessary items. You'll get what I'm talking about later on when I do it. I think maybe by the end of this week, I should be able to find what I need for that particular lesson. So, on this alternate path here, what I wanted to go over was this coming Thursday, the 22nd of April, is Earth Day. Now, that day, that celebration's been around since 1970, I believe, was the date that it first started, and been celebrated every year since. As us being Wiccans and witches, we should kind of consider every day as Earth Day, because when it all boils down to it, the core basis of the Wicca beliefs and for the most part witchcraft is to get ourselves more in harmony with nature. And we do that through our practice, but we also do it through other methods such as recycling or cleaning up trash, or taking care of making donations to environmental funds, working or doing volunteer work for environmental funds. um, Excuse me, environmental, companies and whatnot. Now, when I say about the environmental groups, if you plan on, doing any volunteer work or donating to them, make sure you take the time to research them, because there are a few out there that are just scamming for no other reason. You can check out the IFAW or concerned scientists. There's a few of them that I follow. Even if you can't get out of your house or do any active type work, they have email petitions, and you can actually sign up to actually sign them whenever they have an active, you know, um, you know, thing going on. And I sign them all the time, in addition to actually doing some volunteer work. Now, if you can't or don't want to do that, at least try to make an impact in your own way. Recycle if you can. Now, I'm lucky to live in a community where it's mandatory, and every other weekend we have to go to the local dump, and I have everything separate. I have my metal, my cardboard, my paper, my plastic. Um, the junk mail, everything gets sorted, glass, everything gets sorted into separate giant bins, and they do recycle them. I know for a fact because I made sure that they did, and it was all on the up and up before we went that route. I didn't want, like, everybody taking the time and having to go recycle, and then you find out in the end all be all that's all dumped in a landfill in the same spot regardless. Well, there are some communities that you are required to recycle by mandatory, like Seattle. I know that there is a huge recycling, um, you know, I can't even think of the word, requirement there. And actually, I read that you actually pay less for your garbage service if you do the recycling. If you can't do recycling, though, I really truly do stress that you try to do that. Learn about doing things. Oh, here's baby girl, by the way. Learn about doing things around your home that can help reduce the stress on the planet if you can. Recycle, get a compost, make a compost bin. Use less hot water, wash dishes with less hot water, use reusable rags if you have to. Anything that you can do to help, because we're at that critical point where within the next 50 years that we don't start doing stuff now, we're doomed. And some people think that it may be already too late at this point to actually do anything that'll make an impact. I have hope though, so we'll see what happens. I'm 50 years old and I got 50 years left, hopefully. And see how the younger generation reacts to this. That's who I put my hope and faith in, because anybody that's younger than me, for the most part, takes it seriously and does it and knows that this planet has limited, finite resources and we can't keep wasting them like we are. So yeah, celebrate Earth Day on the Thursday, but continue that tradition every day that you can. It's our duty as Wiccans and witches and pagans to protect our planet, because this planet is the sole basis of where our craft and the power that we use to cast spells and perform rituals comes from. And you should realize that, especially when you're actually doing a ritual or casting a spell. So please, please, please try to celebrate it every day. Much like how in the Christmas Carol that Ebenezer Scrooge says that he'll keep Christmas in his heart every day. Well, keep Earth Day in your heart every day and do some good as much as you can, and then try to actually convince family members to help out. I know it's not always easy, but it's worth a shot. So that being said, that was for the quick lesson for tonight, and as I said earlier, that I will actually have the necessary items for the next lesson, hopefully by the end of the week. Hopefully everybody's staying safe and staying healthy. I am super excited that I had the second shot. I still wear a mask in public regardless, just to be safe and to keep others safe. And if you can, please do so too. So everyone, have a good evening. Graybeard Crowfather signing off. Blessed be.